won chenye shwe won chenye ma won chenye o shebra won chenye o kanyo na gbeke bi ko meji wo ke wona fosa e ben fe wo ben na ke wona tu efe nyoji wona fu efe abrama wona yo so honest ata wa wo ka le nu no to nyino e ko nyimanye ke awo ke won fa wo nyo o ke won ke wo ba hie felege o kwa danye shin menelele wo ba tashin ye bi ene alo wo ba pe ye manche ma pe ninji Greater Accra House of Chiefs aka mlalo e ke to e ke wa pe ni wo kwe wo yabo jimini e hye wa fi ni wo ba ye ni wa fi e wo ban shin wo dun ma ni wo fan ma ni wo boti odo dio fe momi mele ni ndo bi ene yen che esa ko ma shin shin ake wo tun ba e wo no an sure shi fi we won pa fa ake shin Juan kolo efe na mi she shi kolo ko me ko ye mi ke na mi she pa ke ba fite ni lejina mo de chichina mo fia mo ni yo Ghana ne efi akusum ke she akusum be abuole toe ke she gama akusum pe na aka anu ko ekodan e wo gbene wo ba ke no aka wo ba yu eji o wo poto mo ke so mo aka wo ba yu eji o wo ba e wo nu wo ba boni na ba ke wo toe won pa ni me ke na me che me ke nye me ne ba chole ke kafu ina mi ni wo trash yen mi je ncha mi je komi ami na mi chomo ami ba bote wo mi ni na ba yu e ke papa ni won ha eto papa ke je papa won ni sanu wo ka mi ni wo ka mi won bi wala ke jo mo me ni nye gbenu na mi ba she ko bi e na mi tra choji ami gbenu ajo okwanjo ojo na ba she bi e ne nche kuri bi abi abo me ni batoma me ni ba fo amechoku ya mi trash na mi ka bre ko ma ba kuma wo ni mmene gbine wo ba bi ene ni lenye kuri bi amachenye mi chenye ke jobutu apra ka gbe koi ke je koi ko beta danswa ke danswa ka gbe langba so no fon fen ba je mi ke ba bo e awo se no papa ba show mi twa no manya bra ogba afi ko me.
It's unfortunate that this emergency meeting had crashed with a whole lot of programs on our people, a program which they've already laid and started before the order for the emergency meeting. So those who could not come personally delegated their reps. We simply just want to say that that is why the minister could not see some of their faces. It's not out of hatred, but it is a program which they had and they are attending to before the order for this meeting. Our meeting here today is to add to our customary activities. One person cannot just wake up and say, we have changed this. All of us will have to meet. And that is why we are called upon to come this morning.
Onyeme, wacheme, osmoloi. Lumoy niyo wo mane mike manse. Kenkle obada chofileshi. Ake inha jipapang ichero. Noni je nyono wanda nene animre. Niji president of the Regional House of Chiefs. Ke ehi wachi. Akwashi nije ga traditional councils niba. Paramount Chiefs. Ke amena download mene gine wo security and intelligence agencies. Agbene wo nyeme ni yeso mo ke jamo stroto ya mi ni lofocho am faith based groups akemene wona eba pe hie bie wona eba pe hie bie ake wo ba toto kusun wona eba pe hie bie ake wo ke wo ke bule ha kusun wona eba pe hie bie nu oba ka ke ake kusun go lele kusun go shi wona ba pe hie ake beme kube ye to indole mi ye twijro mi ke dwemo kobe ko nu ope ake be kuku ne ta fete ni gakusun aya no ni menija ye jamo ekoko ma mi hu anye ni amefe ameni pepepe agbane hu efe ake ke shede ke be me ko me ke mla wa ameni na me bo ti o so ni mo twi ami na ma fi oni bi sort enne hiwo wolodu oke oni ne wo shishine echo ni bi krede ni sanafi ekotun tunji agbene mene gbine mu ewo wo asafo acheme asafo bie ewu amehiwale eja ke be na mi kan ba hie assembly say ba nya amehie police ba fitai aba fa mo ko keje jamo so tra mi ne fitai keke agbene amete aba fe no ni blofo cho le somos na ke ha so mo ya agbene ewo mo ke so mo jibo no ye no wo ba pe pe jano to ni yo no ke blofo eko ebo software aha no fe so mo kla ke jamo eko enyo ko me ju no je nyoju wo ba pe fe wo ene me GDP no ba susue shilolo mi wa ke shi regional coordinating council wo gbejano to ji wa pe ni to jole abagama te abi wa pe ni mi se aba ni mo fe mo anya chu eni ye to jole mi mano mi lolo o ba bi mo ba chomo hi meji ani ni bona fe ni kusum ni kashi kejeje sa ni ba fi aka chake shi mi se iwe mo fe wo pe game ke wo bole kutu wo pe oglo yati aloje na ga ke wo jebu ojun ni wo kan ji ano ajo mene dunu mo ba fe wo blo yeti ni wo bole kutu wo pe ni wo jebu ni wo jenu ni wo kan ji ano ijo eyo adon
Jachule shishi oye nyanyoko nismo o Sunday yehi walena wowo baye kuni Yesu di onya nyole namoji onya nyole Yesu ji onya nyole keohi oha leni ehili omli Yesu ji onya nyole kenkle wakeshida ha nyumo no kashida ha ni meke na me fe ni babie wa ni million me chepe wa na your person. But I want to put on record today that there's a gentleman here in this house who has made this possible. I believe you give credit to where credit is due. In the Bible, we give unto Caesar what is Caesar, and we give unto God what is God. For a very long time, this meeting, all of us here were looking forward to it. But we never had somebody who would single out himself to make it possible. And I must say, without missing words, we all need to congratulate the Honorable Henry Nikwate Kwate. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's shake hands with him. Thank you. Yeah, it's very important. Thank you. Thank you for making this possible. We came here today with a little token in our hands. First and foremost, to say we cannot come here empty-handed. And so if we who have all come from this home pays homage, then the visitors and the strangers and our guests will also know that this is what they should do. So please, registrar, we want to start with this. I've come from different denominations. We have the Christian Council here. We have the National Association of Charismatic Council here. We have the Apostolic Fellowship here. We have the Church of Pentecost here. We are even representing Methodist, Presby, Anglican, AMA, GPCC, entire body of Christianity in Ghana is represented in this meeting. I am the youngest among them. They are all old men. That is why that is why they asked me to be their mouthpiece. So it's not because I'll be the best person to speak. All of them are preachers and senior preachers. We want to say that what is happening is the enemy that wants to bring confusion between us. And we want to put on record, as I said earlier, we respect tradition and we respect culture. I've always told Niga and Niabola that if the seat was a bench, meaning Gema Fee, Geko and Mana Mechi Mumatano because Muhu ina me yoni ye, Muhu yoni ye. Na cannot be an ele. My grandfather is the Nesoji. who conquered the Ashantis. I was in Kumasi and I was speaking to Otumfuo and I said, oh, the Dangbe people, we should learn the culture. I said, yes, sir. I said, Accra people, we should learn the Ashanti culture. He said, oh, sir, tete weniati. And then say, even the airway body should come and learn Ashanti culture. The way we say, tete weniati, who kasa ye? And I said, but I hear it's only the Dangbe people that conquered the Ashanti. He said, what kasa Accra? But it's only the Sir people in this Dodoa forest that conquered the Ashantis. And it was my great-grandfather. We have come here today to let you know that anything you do and you are doing, we endorse it. Except that we think a few people are taking advantage of you to destroy the relationship. And Honorable Minister, last year we had an experience. During the ban on drumming and noisemaking, in our church building, we had soldiers who come to do fellowship with us. They were in uniform. They were praying and believing God for their own miracles. When a gentleman rushed into the building that he claimed he's been sent from the Ghana Council, the first thing he came to do was to grab one of the keyboard. He was going with it. Godly speaking, the soldiers, if you bring nonsense, you beat nonsense. Then we realized that the gentleman who has come and was only aiming at the keyboard was not a Ghana person, was not an Adangbe person. He's taking advantage of the environment to abuse what it is. We arrested them and we sent them to the police station, and all the 5 of them that came, none of them were Ghana people. We believe these things can be sorted out, and that is why we've come here today. That not long ago, by the grace of God, about 23 years ago, we all met in an environment like this and we produced a paper. The paper simply says we should all confine ourselves into the churches and not make noise outside. I believe in that. As Ganfomobie, I cannot push it beyond what everybody has agreed upon. So we are here to let you know that whatever you say we should do, in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of love, in the spirit of respect for one another, as we respect the traditional council and the traditional council also extend it to the religious bodies, we shall forever be together, and that is why we are here. Once again, let me say a big thank you to Nene and all the leadership here. And I want to also say that we are pleased to have been received. God bless you.
The Regional House of Chiefs, in collaboration with the Regional Coordinating Council, the faith-based organization, the various reps from the traditional councils within the Greater Accra region. And after the meeting, these joint declarations were made. And I would like to read it. On the heading, it reads, on the annual ban on noise making by the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, and the faith-based organizations. We, the above-mentioned, profoundly aware of the threats to peace and other posed by the religious controversies, mindful of the need and benefits of dialogue in the resolution of such disputes, cherishing the tradition and culture as essential elements of Ghanaian society, aware of the benefits and impacts of the traditional religion, Islam and Christianity, and determined to avoid the scourge of social conflict and find a lasting solution to perennial religious controversies, hereby declare and recommend as follows. 1, we recognize the freedom of worship. 2, we also recommend the formation of a joint committee to monitor and manage any misunderstanding arising out of the celebration and observance of customs, traditions, festivals, and worship within the Greater Accra region. 3, all faith-based organizations have agreed to confine crusades, conventions, and usual forms of worship to church buildings and avoid excessive noise during the period of the ban in the interest of peace and harmony. 4, noise making beyond the levels prescribed by the Public Order Act and the bylaws of the various MMDAs. 5, the faith-based organizations may use microphones at a reduced volume, and this includes public address system in auditoriums only. 6, the clapping of hands shall be at minimum levels, permissible in the auditoriums only. 7, all reports of infringement of the prescribed noise levels during the stated period of customary ban shall be referred to the Joint Committee, which shall have powers to adjudicate and compliance. 8, the Joint Committee shall comprise of a representative from the Regional Coordinating Council, a rep from the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, the MMDAs, the faith-based organizations, and the traditional councils within the Greater Accra region. 9, flowing from the preceding paragraph, that's paragraph 7, where a branch of a faith-based group goes contrary to these directives, that particular branch shall be sanctioned by the RCC, the Regional House of Chiefs, and the faith-based group. 10, the agreed stakeholders shall, after the expiration of this joint committee, in 6 months, commencing from 25th of May 2023, that's today, and ending on the 24th November 2023, shall present a permanent recommendation to the Regional Coordinating Council regarding the lasting solution to matters raised by the current controversy. 11, we recommend that this resolution shall serve as an example for reaching a peaceful solution to a similar issues elsewhere within the Greater Accra region. 12, the composition of the Joint Task Force shall include a representative from the Metropolitan Municipal District Assembly, led by a senior police officer within the jurisdiction, and a representative from the faith-based organization and the traditional council in question. 13, person who impersonates the Joint Task Force shall be made to face the laws of the land. This dated 25th of May in Dodowa this day, and the stakeholders who shall sign onto this particular document will be the President of the Regional House, the Regional Minister, a rep from the faith-based organization, the Mayor, that's the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, a representative from the Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, and the representatives from the traditional councils within the Greater Accra regions. Thank you.